I'm legally insane, and I've got 9 Nintendo Wii bangers and hidden gems. Many of these games you may have never heard of before, and I'm going to tell you why I got these. These are all recent pickups, why I got them, and why you might want to get them, and why the price is probably going up. I'm going to save the best game for last. I always try to leave something real good for those of you that like to watch my videos straight to the end. And I also like to start off fairly strong with something really unique. Something that might make you consider blowing your balls off. Oh, I know I've done it several times. I consider it often. I may have done it once or twice even. First game, Mushroom Men the Spore Wars. You have no idea how good this game is. This, I'm not sure if this was meant to be shovelware or if they knew that they created a masterpiece. Like, I don't know what the original price of this was at the store, if this was a discount bin game. I don't think it was, though, because this is very high quality. Now this here is a 3D platformer collectathon. That's what this would be classified as. This version right here is sealed. I paid $20. Look at that seal. 20 smackers. Now the reason I bought it is because one, it was on my list to buy in the first place. Two, this is the USA version, which is very tough to get for a good price. Meaning it has no French on it. Even us Canadians, we don't like the French versions. I just want English. I might open this. I'm probably going to open it because I paid $20 for it. And it's about as mint condition as you can get. And it was already on my buy list because it is a hidden gem. It's a gem that most people overlooked. It was designed after the 90s and 2000s classics of all the classic collectathons and 3D platformers. This could give Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Super Mario Galaxy. It was designed to give all of those games a run for their money. In fact, I believe it says right on it, best game for the Wii since Mario Galaxy. A franchise is born from Play Magazine. Why this game isn't talked about more often, I don't know. That's why it's a hidden gem. That will change over the coming years. Many hidden gems, it took 20 years, 20, 30 years even to find some of those NES hidden gems. People are still finding them today. Now, this game here does have two player. This has a two-player option. I don't know how that works. I haven't had a chance to test that out yet. I can't remember. I know I've seen it before. I can't remember if it's legitimately split screen or if one player is somehow supporting the other character. I don't know. I would love to find out. I gotta open this game to find out though, and I don't know if I'm gonna open it yet either. So here's the thing about this game. It did receive average reviews at best during its launch time, with the odd review saying, great things about it based on the cover of the game. But the average review was very average. This game went under the radar. Nobody talks about it. But it is very unique. You do collect various items and craft many different weapons, and there's different styles of weapons that are for different types of situations and according to your play style. And you may be interested to know that there was a prequel for the Nintendo DS. Don't know if that one's any good. I believe it's a side-scrolling platformer. This is a 3D platformer collectathon. Check it out today, and it's very, very cheap. You can still get it for cheap. I think you could probably find it for $30 on eBay. Retro Game Store will probably charge you about 25, $30 for a used copy. This is sealed, paid $20. What else did I get? I got nothing but bangers. Every single game is a banger. Deadly Creatures. This game's going up in value. This is my second copy. Will I be getting a third or a fourth? Yeah, if I can find it for cheap, I will. You darn right I will. This is an action game, hidden gem, going up in value because more every day that goes by, more people find out about it. So if you're interested, you're going to want to get it today. I paid up for this one. I paid good money for it. I paid $31 Canadian. These are all Canadian dollars. It sells for between 40 and 50. Okay? It's an action game, but it's very unique. You are creatures, as you can tell from the cover. You get two different creatures. You get a scorpion and a tarantula, and they play very different, as you would imagine. A scorpion is not going to fight the same way a tarantula fights. Tarantula is going to, climb the walls and perhaps perform sneak attacks, and that's what you do in this game. That's exactly what you do, and it has some RPG elements in that you upgrade your abilities. You basically collect points or money, the equivalent of what would be points or money, and or RPG experience points. It's kind of the same thing. And as you kill things and collect experience points, you can then spend those points on upgrading your abilities. And the scorpion plays very different from the tarantula. The scorpion is more of a tankier, slower moving the creature. And yeah, this game's wonderful. THQ game. And Mushroom Men was made by South Peak. Oh yeah, I paid $31. And by the way, there is 10 levels in this game, and it has very tight and responsive controls. Okay? Tight and responsive controls will make or break a game. If you have bad controls, this game would immediately go into the discount bin and be written off as garbage. It does not have bad. If it had that, everyone and their mother would have thought that this was a discount bin game made by bad programmers. It was programmed very well. They put a lot of time and effort into that game. My only wish is I wish it was two-player. That's my only complaint about the entire game. Next I got Mario Kart for the Wii. I already own this. I have a couple of copies. The reason I got this is because I bundle Mario Karts with Nintendo Wiis that I resell for profit. So I needed more of these. But this I paid $18 for this, and you can Mario Kart Wii is so heavily sought after, it's easily worth $40 Canadian. You can get 40 for it. Easily you can get 40. So I will be bundling this one, but not this particular version. This one, the reason I'm keeping this one is because it's mint condition. So for that reason, I will keep this one for my personal collection and sell off my other versions. And now I've got a gem. If you've heard about this gem or if you own this gem, you are an OG Nintendo Wii OG ninja. That's what you are. This is Escape from Bug Island. Who made this? Oh yeah, this is an Eidos game. If I'm saying that right. Here's the thing about this game. Okay, so it says it was published or made by Secret Stash Games. But it says at the bottom that is an Eidos label. I would try to get a close-up of that on the screen. This is an Eidos title. I don't know why they were trying to hide their name and using this other Secret Stash Games publishing name. I don't understand the history on what's going on there. I'm sure there was a method to their madness. I do know that this game came out in Japan originally, and it got heavily bashed, and they did make a couple of changes for the North American release. It's the same game, but they made a couple of you know, changes to make it a little bit better. I don't remember what the changes were. Probably related to controls for starters. I have no doubt they had to fix up some of the controls. Probably made the game a little bit easier. Now, the cover on this one isn't in the best condition. There is a little bit of wrinkling. I don't know if it's the case or not, but it doesn't matter because I paid $6 Canadian. That's right, bitch. $6. And it's going for 25, 45 on price charting. If you get it for under 30, that's a steal of a deal. And this is my second copy, might even be my third, because this is a, I forgot to mention, this is a this is a uh, horror survival game, survival horror game. It's not the best. It it kind of feels like a budget title, but I don't think it was designed to be a budget title. It's it's above average. So this is not like some 10 out of 10 game. It's far from it. But it has some unique elements in that there's a little bit of Souls like dodging. You can dodge. The combat is kind of basic. It's basically a hack and slash. You just hack away at the enemies. Oh, somebody's calling me. Hold on. So I will also mention that this is played in third person. Once again, hidden gem, very unknown, underrated game. The price is going up, and I can guarantee you that this is going to $100 plus coming up in the future. If you're interested in this type of game, you might as well get it now because it's still cheap. And go look at the price chart. It's climbing and it will only continue to climb. And everybody knows horror games do very well financially, and they do very well holding their value and or rising in value. I don't know why that is. For some reason, the horror genre and the RPG genres are the genres that hold the value the most. Guys, I got another gem for you. What is that? We've gone through four. Number five. This is number five. MLB Power Pros 2008. This is also on the PS2, I do believe. I know at least one of them. This is the sequel to MLB Power Pros. Pretty sure they're both on the PS2. But this here, the sequel, 2008, is the best version because they added a new mode. And by the way, I paid $15 plus tax. It came to $16.80 shipped to my door on eBay. I think you could probably still find this for fairly cheap. I don't think many people know about it. And if they do know about it, they probably go for the PS2 version. And I'm going to estimate that I got this version because it was cheaper and or actually probably just cuz I would prefer to have it on the Wii regardless. I'm collecting all of the rare Wii games and I consider this to be quite rare. This is not a common game. And by the way, this is a Konami game. Konami. in the bottom right corner. Very hard to see with this camera that I'm using. Konami made a baseball game. Yes, they did. How many of you knew that? So in this version, there's an MLB Life mode where you're not playing a season of baseball teams. You're playing as one player in an RPG/sim style baseball game. So basically, you don't play a season, you play an entire lifetime. And you're upgrading your stats, you're training your character, you're choosing what to do in your daily life, you're choosing how to spend your time. And when you play the baseball games, you don't play the team, you play the player. You only play when your player is on the field. And instead of a season, you play a lifetime. So I believe you have 20 years from start to finish. And so basically, you start off as a nobody, you make it to the major leagues, and you hopefully do real well, and you retire as a Wayne Gretzky of baseball. So very unique game. I could absolutely see that going up in value.
The all-new MLB Life mode. Play as your favorite big leaguer or create your own player and compete for a roster spot. You'll experience life in the show, from signing a contract and spring training to regular season games and off-field activities. You call the shots. Can you master the MLB Life and become the next big star? And who knows, maybe you'll find a girlfriend along the way.
Number 6, what are we at now? Number 6, House of the Dead 2 and 3 Return. This is a House of the Dead game, quite obviously. It's a shooter that you aim using the Wiimote, or the Wii gun. Better if you have a zapper. And this is my second copy because I wanted 2 copies, that's why. Because I'm legally insane. Let me check, what did I pay for that? Yeah, I paid $18. Complete inbox. I forgot to show you MLB Pros. MLB Pros. Looks real cool. And this is House of the Dead. 2-player, by the way. Price charting has this going for over $30. If you can get it for under $40, it's not bad. Not a bad price. With shipping and tax, it's not a bad price. Paid $18. The second copy is my investment copy because I do believe it will go up in value. I do believe that will become a $50 to $60 game. There is a PS3 version. It's the extended cut version, and it is worth more money. And it is the better version, with one exception. You need the PS3 Moves controllers, whereas this you don't. So it's a little bit easier to play. Everybody has a Wiimote. You need a Wiimote for a Wii, so you've got a Wiimote. Number 7, Battalion Wars number 2. This is not 2-player. What did I pay for that? Oh yeah, I paid $5. CIB. This is a real-time tactics game with a twist. And by the way, this is the sequel to the GameCube version. I also, the GameCube version's been going up in value. It's worth about $50 now. Look at the chart. Pull up the chart on that bad boy, and you will see that it's been doing this. So I thought, well, you know what? The GameCube version's done so well. Probably this one's going to go up in value too. And this they did make a lot of improvements to the gameplay in the Wii version. This is a real-time tactics game where you take control of your battalion in third person. And so while you're fighting in third person, you are also controlling your battalion and giving orders as if it were a real time strategy or real time tactics game. So I got this just because it's a good game, and I do think it'll go up in value.
Brigadier Betty requires our assistance. Make your way to the western frontier position with all due haste. My whip will be
Here is a gem not too many people know about. Baroque. It's an Atlas game. Everyone knows that Atlas games do not have high print runs. Now, this is also on the PS2. And probably the PS2 version is better. It's usually the way it is. But let me tell you something about this game. Let me tell you something. This game got mixed to negative reviews. It gets bashed. But unjustly so. This game will go on to become a massive hit. And by the way, the PS2 version ain't cheap. The chart on that one's been doing this too. PS2 version's like selling for like 80 to $100 right now, Canadian. Okay. I paid 25 for Baroque, by the way. Paid $25. This is a dungeon crawler. A rogue-like dungeon crawler action RPG type of game. Okay. But here's what's unique about it. In fact, every time you die, and you will die a lot, okay, let's not kid ourselves. You're going to die. This game will kill you, and you will get frustrated. But every time you die, you are meant to die. So that was one of the complaints. People would say, "Oh, I'm dying too much. Oh, the game's too hard. I died 1,000 times." Well, guess what? You're supposed to die. Because when you die, you get rewarded with more narrative to the story. You're supposed to die. Quit complaining about dying. I don't care if you died. You should be happy that you died. Here, I gotta take my shades off again. Here's what it says at the back. Unique story progression. When your character dies, more secrets about the forsaken world are revealed. You can only find out by dying. There's also multiple endings. Destruction and salvation hinge on your choices. Deep customization. Find and optimize a vast assortment of weapons and items. And look at this. Death is not the end. You're supposed to die. Great story too, by the way. Hidden gem. Yeah, PS2 version's better, but what can you do? Okay? The Wii version's going up as well. The Wii version's going to go to $100, and the PS2 version's going to go to $200.
Baroque. It describes twisted fantasies. It is not simply a warping of the mind. It physically distorts the body as well. A world where these twisted beings roam the wastelands is born from the gigantic disaster known as the Blaze. People cling to their own Baroques and live on.
All right, guys, let's save the best for last. Put your diaper on. If you don't have your adult-sized diapers on, put them on. I'll give you a couple of seconds before I show you this little beast. Get those diapers ready, because you're about to soil yourself. Calling for the Nintendo Wii. This is a Nintendo Wii exclusive. Hudson Soft, they made good games back in the day. the best of the best. They were right up there with Konami. Okay? They're right up there with Capcom. Hudson Soft ain't no joke. You put Hudson Soft on a game, and this is mint condition too, by the way. I paid, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I paid full value for this. I normally get deals. I didn't get a deal on this. With I paid $67, but with shipping it came to like $100 and tax, which is about what it's worth. And the only reason it's not selling for 300 is because there are a lot of sealed copies out there, and those sealed copies are holding the market value down. In many cases, the sealed copies are more common than open used copies. So this is a Japanese horror survival game. What do we know about horror games? They go up in value. This is a future $500 game. Soon as those sealed copies sell out, 500 smackers. It's going to take many years. That's how it works with retro games. Quit thinking that your game is going to go to $500 overnight. Takes a long time, but it will get there. And this game is unique because it can only the mechanics that they put in this game could only ever be played on the Nintendo Wii. So for example, in this game, your controller, your Nintendo Wiimote, will act as a mobile phone. It is your cell phone in the game. You are role playing that this Wiimote is your cell phone. And the ghosts in the game will call your cell phone or speak to you through the cell phone, through the speaker on the Wiimote. So this will not go through your TV. You will hear ghosts talk to you through the controller speaker as if it were your cell phone. So that's a really cool feature really cool thing that makes the Wii really unique. It's something that you couldn't do with any other console. This game is I think it got I think it got bashed a little bit when it first came out. And this is common. This is a common occurrence with a lot of hidden gems. The market, when they first come out, the market doesn't know what to do with them. And this got mixed to average reviews or mixed to negative reviews. But as more time passes, people are starting to wake up and realize this game is not bad. It was never a bad game. It's a unique game. Like there's no combat where it's not one of those it's not a Resident Evil style horror game where you're running around with blowing up zombies with machine guns and bazookas. You don't get to do that. But that's not the style of game it is. So let me read the back. Experience 4 unique characters' perspectives in a gripping story of Japanese survival horror. Rumor has it that the site is a hoax or a prank. A few people say it is a bridge to something sinister. This is the story of a chain of events that will forever alter the lives of 4 people. Guys, get this game today. If you're interested, I'm telling you right now, you might as well buy it today because it ain't going down in price. It ain't going down. It's only going up. And guess what? I remember many years ago, I could have bought this for $35. I didn't pull the trigger fast enough, so now I paid $100. I didn't even get a deal. But I never see it come up for sale. You have to go to eBay. I've never seen it in the wild. I've never seen it auctioned in any of the private auction groups. And in the condition that this is in, mint condition, I think it was worth it, what I paid. I would probably have preferred a new one, but a new one with the tax and shipping is going to cost more than that. So, and plus, I want to play it. A new one. The problem with new games is that if it's an expensive one, you can't ever open it, which means you need 2 copies. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I was able to show you some games that you've never seen before. I love the Nintendo Wii. I'm not going for a complete set, but I am trying to get every rare game ever made, every rare to moderately rare game ever made on that console. I have a lot of Wii games. And I started collecting for the Wii a couple of years ago. I wasn't expecting to collect for it originally. But I got into it because I woke up a couple years ago one day. I literally just woke up one day. And I said, holy crap. The Nintendo Wii, and the Xbox 360 and the PS3 have not skyrocketed in value yet. And I started collecting ever since. Like heavily collecting. I was not interested before because I literally just woke up one day and I said, holy crap. They haven't gone up huge yet, but they will, because every console before them has gone up in value and continues to climb and will never stop climbing. So yeah, guys, I'm legally insane, and there is no cure. There's no cure. It's over for me. So in the meantime, how about you help me get to my goal of over 9,000 subscribers and help me reach my goal of collecting over 9,000 video games.